Lee's Bachelorette, what's up? Here are my answers to Leah or Brody. Who said I love you first? I did. I said I love you first. Who wears the pants in the relationship? I would say I do, but there's certain areas where I think it's kind of Leah's way or the highway, so she might say herself, but she's wrong. Who's the bigger spender in the relationship? This might surprise some people. I think it's probably more me. She doesn't really spend anything crazy. There's maybe random times or certain things I'll be like, why are you spending all that money on that? But for the most part, she doesn't really spend much. Also, the 4-ish years or whatever I've known her, she has been in school or paying off loans. So I feel like she hasn't really, had the opportunity to splurge on too much of anything. Who's more organized? That's a good question. I would say overall her, but there are definitely areas where you wouldn't know that. Walk into our room and see her closet on our floor, but she's more organized, I would say. Who is the better dancer? This is me, without a shadow of a doubt. I'm sure a lot of you will see at our wedding why that's the correct answer. Leah, she doesn't, not much competition for me when it comes to dancing, so I would say myself. Who takes longer to get ready? Her. I don't think this is, if anyone got this wrong, you're clueless. Guys take 10 minutes, so she takes much longer. Who is the better driver? This probably goes to show you how much I love golf. I thought you meant driver of the golf ball. Obviously, you don't mean that. You mean car. Either way, the answer is me. Better at both. Leah drives like a turtle, and I get so impatient, and I think I probably make her anxious when I'm riding with her, so I drive everywhere. Who is more likely to start an argument? We don't really argue. I would say this. When Leah's upset or wants to bring something up, she rarely directly brings it up. It'll be there'll be signs, and then I can kind of okay, obviously something's going on, or you're thinking something, and I'll poke and prod till she tells me. But I guess if I had to answer the question, I guess I would be, because I'm bringing it up and being more poignant, but she'll let you know. Who is the first to say sorry? This is kind of on a similar note. I would say I always err on the side of being conservative, where I feel if something is iffy and she might be mad, I'll go out of my way to say sorry, just because I've learned. But it's not that she's unwilling, but there's just really stuff that either of us do to each other that prompt us to need to say sorry. But she will occasionally. Usually the stuff she's saying sorry about is very minor, oh, I kept you up last night, or I woke you up early when I got up for work, stuff like that, where you don't really care if someone says sorry. Who will cry first at the wedding? I think she will. Anyone who knows Leah, does not take much for her to cry. I think when she is with you gals getting ready and doing the whole kind of prep stuff, I think she'll probably shed a few tears. Where did the bride and groom meet? We met at the classy establishment known as Portside, a bar in Stillwater. Thanks to you, Lauren. What's one thing that Lee does that makes Brody lovingly roll his eyes every time? So Leah is relatively, kind of a clean freak. Not a crazy way, but she likes things neat. She likes things tidy. And that you can kind of see that all throughout the house and her mannerisms and how she acts. And until it comes to her cooking or warming up leftovers or making food, it'll be crumbs everywhere, bags open, stuff that should be put back in the fridge, not. Just no regard when it comes to the kitchen for some reason. And then she'll come into our other room and be why is your shirt not on out? It's filthy in here. So I would probably say that. If Lee were to be on a reality TV show, what show would it be, and what would the show be about? She watches a lot of trash, a lot of Bravo, Real Housewives type stuff. But she doesn't really fit the personality of someone who would be on that. I feel whenever we would occasionally watch the Man vs. Wild, Survival, Lost, that type of stuff, I feel she always said she thought she would be good at it. I don't know that I really agree with that, but she'd always, I feel make comments about that, so I would say that. What is one thing the bride cannot live without? I probably notice it less now, but earlier in our relationship when we first moved in, she would wake me up like 2 or 3 days in the morning before work when she's getting ready, and it would be solely due to the copious amounts of dry shampoo that she would spray in her hair every morning. So I would say she can't live without dry shampoo. I feel like I don't notice it as much anymore, but it used to be a lot. What's Leah's go-to move when she's trying to get out of doing something? She won't really say it directly. I feel like she'll try to just like make hints or comments to me to try to like see if I like catch on and like can kind of take the lead on it. But I don't know. I wouldn't really say she has like a go-to move or nothing that at least comes to mind. What is Brody's favorite quality about Leah? Great question. I would just say, obviously, like, as her profession, she's a teacher. I feel like she really embodies that, like, kind of has, like, a heart of gold, like, willing to do anything and, anything and everything for anyone. And obviously, with me being her fiance, I see that every day and for all the different things that kind of come up and things that we get to experience. So I would just say her heart is my favorite thing about her. I'm sure a lot of you guys at the party admire that quality as well, or have seen that. So that's definitely my favorite. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. Enjoy it. Looking forward to seeing you in a couple weeks for the wedding.